Hey, welcome to episode number, what was it? Five?
Five.
Four?
The Craftin Strikes Back.
The Craftin Strikes Back. Number 5 of just Craftin, where we, being me, Chris, and Shawn, get together and talk about crafting. It could range a lot of things like miniatures, models, painting, molding, you name it.
This is our yearly meetup.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't been on since December.
It's nice to see you all again.
Yeah, my name's Ed. I'm here with Shawn. You just heard him. How you
Hi.
doing?
Hello.
And across the pond on the other side, Mr. Christopher Hall.
All right, lads. Fucking December 2024. What a joke. What an absolute
Our
joke.
last one. Yeah. Oh my god. It's probably my fault because I phased out of doing stuff for a while. I think it's because I played more music or something. I don't know.
Don't try to justify it.
Uses that same part of the brain. No, yeah, it's not really an excuse. But yeah, so we're here. It's been a while. We're going to talk about what we've been working on lately and maybe some questions that we have for each other regarding what to do with issues we've encountered or whatnot. But I think we have some other things we're going to do first. I don't know, Shawn?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Oscar nominees, Ed? Is that what you want to do? You want to?
Let's go another 3.5 hours talking about.
Dang. I was really hoping we get a reaction out of Chris, but that's just he's stoic as always.
We all watch Marty Supreme, right?
Yeah.
No, I've not seen Marty Supreme, lad. Sorry.
Well, we'll spoil it for you. I wouldn't watch it. I would save your time.
If you like ping pong, it's good.
I watched Weapons the other day. I thought that was amazing.
Nice.
I don't know if you've seen that before.
That is good.
That's an eyeball. The bulging. Is that one?
I think it's the kids, right?
Yes. Yeah. With the kids and the eyeballs and the bits and the things. Yeah. Is that
Nice.
Is that nominated for any Oscars? I don't know.
Hey, I don't know. That's like I just get the list and I don't watch the show and I don't really follow up and I don't look at the other nominee categories. We just watch those movies and that's pretty much it. It's pretty much the shittiest coverage of the Oscar nominees on the internet, but I digress. We can go back to Craftin. I just wanted to see how that. Yeah.
I've just realised why you asked that question. Sorry.
Yeah, last week we spent 3.5 hours from like 10 to 1 a.m.
You can slowly see the it just devolve over the 3.5 hours into just kind of chaos. It's fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. Anyways.
Hey, anything? Chris, you said you had like a game or something. You want to do that first, or
we'll do that last, mate. We'll do that last.
Okay. So, Sizzle, there's a little game that Chris has brought on. It may or may not involve some dice. We'll see. Does anyone want to go first, talking about what they've been working on? That's a bad hosting question. Bad Ed. I'll go first. I'll break the ice.
I like that idea. I think I should go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. So I went a while, probably a year, like when our last episode was.
Probably since December 2024. It's probably the last time that I probably did something.
Since I did any kind of like gluing models together and painting them miniatures, primarily Warhammer is what I usually do. But recently, I played a game of Warhammer 40K, and I realized how much I needed a couple models to make my army better, and I just so happened to have purchased one of them in the UK with Chris in Sheffield, right?
Yes, mate.
And I was like, I should build that. And it's the Primarch Magnus the Red. He's got giant wings. It is a daunting task to just start. Because I knew if anyone knows anything about highlighting and feathers, it's a lot of highlighting.
I don't think you got a lot of sleep that last week there, did you, Ed? Because
yeah, no, it was literally like 9 out of 14 days of me staying up past 1 a.m. just like working on it.
I said in the chat, I love it when I wake up. Obviously, because the 5-hour time difference. I love it when I wake when I wake up first thing, and Ed's like, I'm just having my morning tea, and Ed's still awake painting, and he's just sending photos of where he's at to.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting into bed, and I'm getting messages of Ed still painting. It's like, dude, like, go to bed. Like, I'm going to sleep. What are you doing?
I had a couple 3 a.m. nights because what happens is you just start painting, and it's like 10 p.m.
Yeah,
9, 10. That's when I usually would start, and then like you look up, and it's like, fuck, it's 12:30. Well, I'm just gonna finish this one part. And then it's 3 a.m. But yeah, it's been quite a journey. A lot of hours. Started with airbrushing the base paint on it, doing kind of like a zenithal, starting with black, going over with. So what I did was I started with black, right? This is airbrushing, black. Then I, from the bottom, airbrushed it with black and blue mixture. So like the shadowy parts had like a bluish haze.
Like a blue tint.
Yeah, blue tint. Thank you.
You went bottom to top.
Bottom to top. Yep. With that color. Then I went from the top, his skin color, which is not what you see here because that's a highlighted over, but like the magenta, darker magenta color for his skin because he's a demon.
So for context, this thing's like a 12-inch tall,
yes,
like Herculean figure dude with like the most ridiculously huge wings. So like total height, maybe like 12 inches or however many centimeters that is.
Wingspan's like 7 inches. Yeah, it's 8.
And like its wings are bright blue, body's bright red, kind of like I'm generalizing just because, you know, the audio medium, and I'm watching Ed whip this thing around in space like it's not fragile, and it's stressing me out when he's doing it.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's like
no, it's so the wings were, I did it in pieces. I glued the wings on after they were painted. So each wing I did a gradient from colors of magenta to blue to black. From the in to the out, black would be the edge of the wings, and the airbrush is perfect for that.
And then did you do all the blending and stuff with the airbrush, or did you come back in later with brushing and do blending between the colors? It's like a gradient across.
It was all airbrush. I didn't.
Nice.
There was a little bit of fixing, but no, I didn't really need to. So what I had to do. So remember, it was black, and then I did the magenta, and then what I had to do to get the blue to come through in the middle, I had to go with white in the middle first, and then over it with blue.
Because it's additive, and like otherwise, blue on top of black is going to look like
it's
really dark blue,
right? Like barely able to see blue. Yeah. That's what you got to keep considering when using lighter colors: is what base is underneath and how it'll shine through. Because you might be sitting there putting on 8 coats to try and get it to look actually blue when you're putting it on black.
Well, then you also have to consider the stuff you put on top of it after the fact that it will typically darken it as well. So,
yeah. So he has these runes on his wings. This was an interesting thing. So like, I wanted them to be bright, glowy green runes, and in my head, I was going to use my airbrush, right? You just like spray a little, and it looks like it's like a light, you know, glowing. But I didn't have, I think I was just lazy. That's what it was. I didn't want to get the airbrush out again. And what I ended up doing is interesting. I painted the runes white. And then I got the contrast paint, the like green, glowy it's not glowy, but it's it's contrast paint that's like bright green.
Yeah.
And I put that over. Sorry, there's a step before that. I took a brush and I dry brushed white all around it, like light dry brush. So it's almost like a airbrush essentially.
It's like a ray tracing effect, kind of. So it's like light
Yeah.
scattering out from it.
Yeah. And then I just took the green contrast paint and went over that entire area. And then afterwards came in with a brush and did the highlights around it and stuff. So that it made it look like I used an airbrush, but I didn't.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
So can you play with that thing now? Like, is that like?
Oh yeah.
You put that on the table and you get your rulers out and.
Yep.
Starting. Nice.
Yep. Everything is line of sight to it, if you're wondering, because it's very visible.
So I have a question. This is kind of more about 40K and just in general, or like it maybe for people out there who are listening and are interested in painting, like, because there's a difference between, I think, what a lot of us are doing. Like some of us are doing kind of like shit that sits on your shelves. You're doing stuff that you play with, like it's active wargaming. Like, is there something special that you need to do when you're done? Like, you just spent a ton of hours on that. Is there anything you need to do at the end to like coat that with like a shellac? So that way, when you're touching it with your Cheeto fingers while playing 40K, like you're not just ripping the layers of paint off over time.
Yeah. So I haven't done it yet on this guy, but I try to spray a matte clear spray.
Okay.
Like from a rattle can over it.
Now, do you have to do like 4 coats of that so it's like weather or like resistant, or is it usually pretty good?
Just one.
Yeah. Cool.
But I haven't encountered a situation where like, oh man, it would have been better if I did more. So I don't know. But
because you just keep buying new ones and you don't play with the existing ones very much.
I can tell like I've gotten better with a fine brush because I'm starting to do like outlining of like tiny stuff, and when you're doing it, you're like, God, no one's gonna see this. But when you bring it away from you, it's like it's impressive. Like it pops things out, and I'm talking like if there's a shape and you paint it some color, and then you around the edge of that shape, you do a highlight. Even if it doesn't match lighting, it's just because it's a miniature and it's almost like a cartoon effect where it makes it pop out. I'm trying to remember what they call it. It's
like a cell shaded kind of thing.
Games Workshop does it on their like Space Marine panels where they do like a light blue line around each edge of the thigh panel, the arms and stuff, and it makes things pop out.
It's like an edge highlighting kind of.
It definitely is, yeah. But it's not edge highlighting because it's responding to light from a particular angle. It's just like all around the entire.
This emphasizing kind of edges.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I've been working on that, and one of the harder parts that was kind of like I'm new to this. It's glazing. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey.
It's really hard to do, and it takes patience. And maybe I should have used my hair dryer a little more. But you take paint that's more watered down, and you do gradient from like a dark to a lighter color. And because it's like wet, it blends better. So like generally an airbrush does it perfectly, like instantly. But with a brush, you gotta like glaze it. They call it glaze because it's like wet, and you go start from like here on his orb on his thing. It went from a dark green to a light green to white, from bottom to top.
Nice.
So that's all with a brush, not an airbrush.
Like in multiple passes, like where you do a little bit, let it dry, do a little bit, let it dry. So you're controlling the amount of pigment.
Yeah. So I got the 2 colors, the one I'm going to and the one I'm starting with at the bottom, and then I'm blending them on my palette and using that with a little more water than usual and going from dark to light. And it took a few passes for me to like figure it out. I'm like, oh, that doesn't look right. Because sometimes it'll look right with all the water, like wetness in it, but then it dries and it doesn't look right. So then I have to go back into it. You know what I mean? But it took a few tries, but it ended up being okay. Could be better, probably. Clearly, I'm a noob at it, but you got to start somewhere, right?
It looks pretty good, Ed. I'm not going to keep giving you compliments, so stop fishing for them.
So what do you think of it? No, I also did a freehand.
Look at this piece of shit. No, look at this. It's not very good, is it?
In his hand, he's got an eyeball like in his hand palm. He's holding it up, and there's nothing like in the mold of the plastic that shows it's an eye. It's just a sphere from the plastic. So I had to I freehanded the pupil and the red veins and stuff like that. So that was cool.
Nice.
So this is for what game's this for? Ed?
Warhammer 40K.
Why is he so big?
Because he's a Primarch. So he's like, he was a son of the Emperor, and then he turned to Chaos, and he's the leader of one of the Thousand Sons Legion. There's not many of them out there. Primarch.
So is he like a capital ship? Is that kind of like the equivalent? Like
yeah. He's immortal, like because he's Chaos. He's like giving into the demons a little too much.
So when you play him in your game, does he basically just destroy everyone?
Yeah, like they have to kill him. They have to devote a lot of stuff to kill him. And he supports my army in a way. This army, the Thousand Sons army, does a lot of magic, so he augments that really well.
So the real question is, do you have a custom foam case that crazy thing fits in so you can travel with it?
That's the next question. I don't know how I'm going to travel with him. It's like I'm going to have to like just put it in the back seat and hope it doesn't tip over, like in a box or something.
Yeah, you need like a box. It's got like the sticky Velcro circles on it, and then you put him on the bottom of it too, so it just sits up straight in the box. So even if the box moves, like he's still just stuck in space.
I do have a lot of foam, and I have big tote crates, so it's possible. But you know, where am I going to put the rest of the army if I'm using it all for him? You know what I mean? Like it's I have to figure it out.
Oh, is space a concern? Is that like? Are you talking about just in the foam or like
in the amount of totes I have and the amount of foam I have? Yeah. But yeah, so that was interesting. I also did something new I've never done on his cloth white apron-y thing that's coming from his crotch.
Loincloth looking thing?
Loincloth. Yeah, loincloth. Thank you.
It's a pretty big cloth.
Yeah, usually
it's past his knees.
Yeah. Must be covering something pretty.
That's as tall as that cloth right there is as tall as a Space Marine, and Space Marine are huge.
It's like
Space Marines.
It's like a pendulum.
But anyway, I usually do a cloth for, especially with this white. I do like a dark gray to white, but because he's like magic and stuff, you know. I got the idea from Games Workshop, the guy there on the tutorial. I go to like a bunch of tutorials when I make my guy. And he did this thing where he watered down a bright green and used that as a shade, a wash rather.
So is this on YouTube, Ed?
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's what's his name? It's the two thin coats guy.
Two thin coats, yeah.
Trying to remember his name, but yeah, he watered down this bright green and used it as a wash, and it comes out like cool because it's like magic-y greenish in the crevices. Duncan Rhodes is his name. Yeah, other than that, there's a lot of using a tiny ass brush.
Ass brush.
Yeah. Oh, my mishap. I gotta talk about that. I dropped him.
No.
Towards the end of being done with him, I was working on the base, so he wasn't on a base, and I just put him to the side, put him on a thing, and I didn't realize there was nothing under it to support the weight, and he just fell on the ground, and I was like, fuck. Couple pieces, his head came off, which was fine. I glued it back on. His knee thing broke off. I didn't realize until the next day, but I glued that back on. But the biggest thing was the end of his staff broke off, and it's
the tip.
Yeah, the tip. The end is weight. I mean, it's got that ball that I was talking about that I painted, the green ball. It's weighted, so like if I just tried to glue it back on, I'd have to be sitting here for like 10 minutes with super glue, holding it and not move. I was like, how the fuck am I gonna do that? So I tried it, right? I'm sitting there 3-4 minutes and I'm moving here and there, and I'm like, God, it's not staying. It's not staying. I was like freaking out, guys. I was like, what am I gonna do? And I just like looked around my table and I saw my little drill that I had bought semi recently. And I was like, wait a second.
What drill's this, mate? Talk to me.
It's like a little hand drill that you use your fingers to drill.
I like buying tools, mate, that I'll never use.
There.
So.
It's one of these.
Yes, it's one of those.
Oh, I've got one of them. I've had it about 3 years.
And the top twists, so you can put pressure on the top and twist like this.
Yeah. So it's good with miniatures if you want to like put it through the bottom of their head and then paint their head or something. And it's good. It's a good way to hold parts of a miniature if you don't have a base for the classic holder to hold. But yeah, so I used that drill and I went in one end with it. Yeah, there you go. Oh wow,
there you go.
You got lots of drill bits for that. With the smallest drill bit, I went in with it on one end and one on the other, and I happened to have a sewing needle that I clipped down to like a centimeter, or maybe a little less. And I just went in one end with that, one end with the other, and glued it, and it was perfect.
Nice.
Like a reinforcement, like a pin that holds it into the right spot. Yeah. So otherwise, because I can't tell you how many times I've done that, try to super glue something small back together. It's like, I can super glue it. Then I get it, it's crooked, and then there's a big blob of super glue on it. It's like, well, that turned out worse in every way. Like, I don't know.
That's exactly right. I've done it before, but I've used helping hands. You know what those are?
Yeah.
There's these little, it's like a base thing with clips, like arms with clips at the end.
Mate, I'm going to talk about them bad boys.
So like I tried to use that to glue something similar to this situation together. Yeah. And it's got a magnifying glass on it. Yeah.
Look at us, bunch of dorks.
I like that, Chris. That's good.
Like a paint thing.
Yeah, it's like holds little things up so you can paint them. But no, like I tried. It actually worked, but it took a lot of like maneuvering and finagling with it to like hold the two things together with those clips in the right spot.
Yeah, it's like you got them together, but then it's like, how do you make these like micro adjustment clips stay in that perfect spot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I didn't want to do that. So I luckily thought of the solution. I'm also started painting this guy. He's an Infernal Master, same army. This is the second guy I've painted for this army that's like this. He's got so much detail on him. It's kind of annoying. I painted his front part first before I put him on the base. And now that he's on the base, I can focus on the cloak, which is the last thing I have to do on him. And the cloak, I'm a little daunted by it because cloth is so hard for me. It's like going to involve glazing from a dark gradient to light gradient in the folds and stuff. But I'm thinking I'm going to do like some kind of like jade green, like this blue. It's starting right now as blue, like a navy blue. And I'm going to come up to like a jade/green highlight.
Very colorful.
We'll see.
Very colorful people.
Yeah, this army is like all about change and different colors, pink and whatever.
When you send photos, Ed, of all the bits you're working on, you don't fuck about, mate. You don't shy away from colour. At all. Like, it's not like building a grey like Star Destroyer or like the robots that I build. You go all in, mate. You like fucking.
And he uses all the colors in the whole palette. Yeah.
That's this army. That's this army. It's the way it is, and it requires more brushwork because of that. Because if you're doing like a gray or silver thing, that's kind of like it's easier because you can dry brush a lot of it, get that done, and it still looks spectacular. And you can make mistakes, and it's not that bad. This, it's like, fuck, I got like a red on a green, and I gotta like fix it. You know, like it's just fucking annoying. There's these little panels in here where you do like the stripes and you paint them, like one's yellow, one's red on this guy. The other guy I have is blue and yellow. I remember struggling so hard painting like those tiny little stripes. This time around, no struggle for some reason. I like you get better. Trust me, you get better. You do it, and then I use the wash to get into the crevices between the stripes. That helps, like, make them pop and gets rid of maybe even some mistakes.
Are you doing colors straight out of the pot, or are you doing a lot of mixes?
Mostly out of the pot.
Okay. So yeah, because you're doing an army, you don't have to worry about like, how do I match this color I did 2 months ago? And
when I start highlighting, I start mixing because the red on this guy, the panels, I start with a dark red. I had the orangey red already for out of the thing, but then I wanted something a little brighter, so I was adding a little white and or just pure orange is what I did. And glazing or mixing that in with the red and highlighting up from that.
So when you're painting straight from the pot, do you water that down at all? Or
Yes. So I used to not. You have to, like you really do, and to make it look good. Anyway, you can look at my stuff early on. I definitely didn't, and I should have, because it gets a little clumpier, a little uneven, not as smooth, if you will.
Glob face painting. Yeah.
I also. Sorry. Go ahead.
If you were using, say, so obviously you squirted paint onto your palette, and then would you just like put a few drops of water on that and then mix it in?
No, I would get water from, like, I dip the brush in the water, and that's enough water.
Right.
Generally.
Yeah. Have you moved over to wet palettes, Ed? Like, are you a wet palette guy?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. It preserves paint when you leave because you can close it up and it keeps it on that. It's like parchment paper that's on it. Yeah. But
so you've got no.
I get a glob on there and I
up till 3 a.m. So you can just go to bed anytime you want if you've got a wet palette. You don't need to stay up until your paint's finished.
That's true.
But you have to, but then you have to clean your brushes more though. So you might as well just do it all at once.
Yeah. Oh, brush cleaning is mandatory. You have to, or you're going to be buying brushes left and right. No, I put a glob down. I pull some of it away, like from the glob, and then I twist the brush in it. And then I test it. You'll see like good miniature painters do this. Their thumbnail has like lines all over it because they're testing it at first. Because a lot of times you do that and you go right to the model and it's like, fuck, that was too big of a glob at the start. But then later it's perfect. So you got to get rid of that. Oh, sorry. That's my phone. That won't happen.
That's a unique soundboard choice there.
You're making some purchases, Ed. You're making.
That's my I got a text message sound because it's like I can hear it easily. But anyway, yeah. So like you go to the model and it's like a glob, and you're like, oh god damn it. But if you would have just like test brushed on your thumb once, you can get a perfect line after that. But that's the stuff I've learned recently. Like this is I'm years into it now. So that's like doing this. It's like I've realized doing the highlighting on this Magnus and the feathers and stuff.
So do you think that guy's your best one yet, mate? Yeah. Yes,
by far. I did a new technique that I learned from Duncan Rhodes on his horns, where you just do like you have the base red and brown, and then you take the light ivory, watered down a little bit more than usual. You just use streaks going up constantly, and it kind of like looks like bone from one color to the next. It's really cool.
Kind of like how you do flesh, where you do red or like a red color underneath, and then do the flesh over the top of it, so it kind of looks like it's fleshy.
So this is it's streaky because it's a bone. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you look at the picture I've sent you guys, you can probably see it, but I thought the effect was really cool, and you do a lot of claws and horns that is useful. So especially in Warhammer. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
So those. I mean, so what's next? Do you have anything like after this, or does you just continue with more army stuff? Or are those the only two you have left?
No, I have other stuff. Always other stuff.
Nice.
One last thing on this: the gold. Gold. I won't paint gold unless it's on brown. I don't know if you've noticed in my pictures, my work in progress. There's a lot of brown I'm using as one of like the starting points. I just find gold metallic paint painted over brown is so much better because like if it's over white or a lighter color or even black, like you can see where it's not uniform when you're painting the gold and it's just annoys me. Unless you're doing it with an airbrush, obviously. So it's annoyingly uneven paint when you paint over other colors. But with brown, because gold is close to brown, believe it or not, you could just do one coat over it with gold and it looks fine. Perfect.
Have you ever tried the like the metallic wax kind of paints? Like where it's
yeah, Chris is like, you looking at the horns? Yeah.
I'm looking at all of it, mate. It's fucking sick.
Because I've had that same issue with golds and like other metallics, like you were talking about, where I'm like I'm using like a wet paint and like the pigment kind of gets like it's not uniform. But actually I think I have one here on my desk. No, I don't. I don't know where it went. Oh yeah, here it is. It's called AK True Metal. It comes in like almost like an oil paint tube. It's like a wax. It's like a wax bait. Yeah, it's colored wax. And it goes on, so it's like it goes on super smooth, and you can kind of work it around. It's like it's really interesting how it works and behaves differently because there's not really a medium.
Does it go with acrylic? Okay, do you know? Or
yeah, I think this is an acrylic wax.
Sometimes, like I know, with going with oil paints on acrylic, you have to coat it first with gloss or something else or whatever.
No, I would say this almost actually goes on better with acrylics because it has that little bit of grit on like a varnish or something that would make it kind of smear around a little too much. You could like wipe it off. Because I would say when I use that, I have to like let it dry a little bit before.
Yeah, so these metallic paints, my tip is if you want more of a uniform color, gold over brown and silver over black.
Yeah.
Generally what I do.
Cool.
That's it so far, I think. Oh, I did a couple other flying dudes for this army, but I speed painted those, so they're not as impressive.
So have you played this guy yet?
No. Next week. Next Saturday. All my friends are like, "Oh God, we gotta play." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna lose, but I still want to play." Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was immortal. How are you gonna lose? What the hell?
Well, when he dies, he doesn't actually die, I guess.
So what kind of fucking artillery are they packing, mate, to take that bad boy down?
The guy I'm playing, I think he's gonna be playing Adamek, so like the robot army. So.
I'm nodding like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
So, are you saying like a big robot? Is that kind of what his equivalent would be?
Little one, bunch of like robot dudes,
like the ones we saw at Warhammer World.
Yeah,
because
Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yes,
they live on Mars, and they kind of not really serve the Emperor. They're on the Emperor's side, but they like knowledge.
Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds metal. Metal as fuck.
I love all the names in Warhammer. It's so good. Even the names of their paints, which are also just names from Warhammer. But anyway.
You know, there's a metal band called Bolt Thrower.
Oh, nice.
All their songs and all their albums and everything, it's all the lyrics are based on like Warhammer lore.
Oh, that's awesome.
And all their artwork's done by the same people that do the old school like Blood Bowl games and stuff. Like, you know, all that
Blood Bowl, yeah,
that old Games Workshop artist. Like, I don't know who they are, but he does all the artwork for the Bolt Thrower. Yeah.
So your friend doesn't have Call? Is that his name? Cawl?
Valerius Call?
Yeah.
I think he does.
Because that seems like it's the equivalent character. Here you go, Chris. I'll put it in the chat.
I don't think he's as big though. Maybe I don't know. I don't think he does
Oh.
actually. If he's huge,
Look at that! Look at that dude.
Fucking hell.
hilarious call. Yeah,
Ed, I think you picked. Ed, I think you picked the wrong army. You should start over.
I do like this army, but he's already playing it, so I was like, I won't know. Yeah, that guy looks dope. Freaking cool.
Like, I can't even tell what's what on that. That's
There's a
stressing
lot
me
of
out.
detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious call. Still not as colorful.
Yeah, he got him there.
Yeah. I don't think he's as big. He's not that big.
Who's this guy? Who's this? Fucking, he's sick.
Oh, he needs some. That guy needs some Nurgle's rot. Look at that. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Trying to find them big robots, mate, that we saw.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything coming up next. Let me think.
Is it them, Ed? These bad
Those
boys.
are Chaos Knights. I have those.
Yes.
Yes, you've seen them on my shelf, I think.
They should do like not a stop motion. They could do like a CGI stop motion 40K show. That's what they need
That
to do.
would be cool.
And it looks like almost like Small Soldiers style.
Mhm.
They need to make a show like that, but it looks like it's made out of like the models.
They'd
Go
have
ahead.
They'd have to make all their models. They could just make all their models with magnets and then move them around.
Well, it could be CG. Just make it look that way.
Dude, I should show you mine. Chris is showing me all these Chaos Knights. I'm like, I have that.
These are all photos from when we went to Warhammer World.
Yeah.
I've got more photos on here than Star Wars Celebration. Than took
As
more
you
photos
should.
at Warhammer World. But both times we went there, it was fucking amazing.
I love it. Yeah.
Add to cart. Add to cart. Add to cart. Add to cart.
No, I can't, Shawn.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not
Buying
gonna
stuff
fall
there is
down.
not smart, actually. It's more.
No.
Well, that's why I don't even entertain the idea of getting into 40K. Like, I did X-Wing miniatures and that was bad enough. I can't imagine. Like, I can't do it.
I watched this reel of this guy. He's like, got asked by his friend, how do you play Warhammer? And he's like, I'll show you. He brings him over to a computer and he's like, add to cart. Spend $2,000. There you go. That's how you play. But yeah, it's a lot of money, but it's fun when you actually play it. So coming up next, I'm painting some Tyranids because I also have a Tyranid army, which are those bugs, purple bug things. So I got a couple of those guys lined up. Some of them are flying gargoyle-like things, like little gargoyle things. So got to do more wings.
Tyranids, mate. That's my one piece of knowledge. I dropped that on that girl in the Warhammer shop when she asked me what I was working on when I was buying paints.
That's right.
I didn't want to tell her I was making robots out of yogurt pots, so I was like, "Oh, I'm just working on my Tyranids army." Yeah.
Yep. Oh, smart. Now you can say Thousand Suns if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you can dig that hole deeper. I'm just
This Mechanicus, hilarious call.
No, just for my son. Yeah, he sent me for him.
So Space Marines are Adeptus Astartes, and then the Adamac are Adeptus Mechanicus.
Well, if anyone's still listening, that's sick, mate. I think that's to say you've had a year off and then you've dropped that bad boy, mate.
Yeah, this is all in the last month.
Pretty impressive. I know we've been getting nightly updates, mate. I love it.
Morning updates. Yes.
Sweet.
So who wants to go next?
Go on,
Chris.
Shawn.
Damn it. All right, I'll go. I don't know why I'm so averse to going. So like Ed, I took an extended period of time away. No excuse. Just, I think it's part of the ADHD hyperfixation cycle. Like it goes away and now it's like, oh, I'm ramping back up again. We should podcast. But I'm trying to come at it this time with a different strategy. Because before I think I would focus on one thing at a time. And then there's always like hang up. So like, I'm very apprehensive. Like, cause usually it's just like, I'm very apprehensive to just like commit to something. I'm like very planning and like, all right, how do I want to like deconstruct this TIE fighter so I could be the most efficient with painting it? Cause I don't want to lose any of the detail. And so then I'll just kind of get stuck in these like I need to let it dry so then I can, do this other thing because I don't want to get my pizza fingers all over it. And so like things just take forever. So now I'm coming out with a different strategy. I'm like, what if I work on like 5 things at one time and just I'm always kind of moving. It's like, all right, today I'm feeling like maybe I could put up with cleaning my airbrush. So let's take all the shit into the room and let's just hit it hard.
This is how I roll, Shawn. This is how I roll.
Yes, and I'm making a lot of progress, and I'm also making a lot of messes. And the thing that kind of kicked this off was I got a new game for Christmas, one that I've been asking for, and that is the Days of Wonder Battle of Hoth board game. And so that's like, it's not quite 40K. It's like a 30-minute game for like beginner people. For anybody who's familiar with the Memoir 44 game mechanic, it's just built on top of that. It's meant for like families and just beginners and whatever. So it's like a 30-minute game, but it comes with a couple little miniatures.
Just a couple? Looked like a lot to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of little people, but nothing too crazy. So how many of them? So there's maybe like 15 little dudes. They're maybe about an inch tall. Like on the good guy side, maybe 20 on the bad guy side. It comes with 3 AT-ATs.
Oh, yeah.
2. So it's all based on Hoth. And so there's 2 kind of rebel ion cannons. Not the ion cannons, but like the turret blaster cannon ones.
The first transport is away.
Exactly. And 4 man in a bathtub droids. And 9 snow speeders. So what I've done so far. So that kind of got me back into it. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to play the game anytime soon because Madison's sure as hell not going to play with me. So I might as well just sit there and
like my wife.
Anyway. So it's like,
you had said man in a bathtub droid. What's that?
The man in a bathtub. The Viper droid.
Hammer droid.
Mate, I'm never not going to hear that now. Why have I never heard that before?
You've never heard him say man in a bathtub.
That's like, good. I like that.
Man in a bathtub. Man in a bathtub. Oh fuck!
Oh, God damn it!
They're my like top 3 droids. They are easy. Probe droids. I love them.
Yeah. I can't believe you've never heard it called that, man. I did not make that up. That's not for me. So I will not take credit for that.
Man in a bathtub. I love it.
Yeah. You will never unhear it. Like it's
like that guy's wise thing in Return of the Jedi.
That's guy's wise.
So yeah, Madison's not going to play with me. So I want to enjoy the game, so I might as well paint the miniatures. And plus, I think that's an easy stuff like this. Like this is kind of like the X-Wing 2.0, where it's something small. I got into modeling by customizing those X-Wing pieces. So this is easy. Like it's easy kind of quick win. So I get back into the swing of things. So I started doing that. I airbrushed them. I didn't do the snow speeders. Like I did prime them, but I'm getting ready to do them next because they're just so much more complicated. I'm like, I hate masking more than anything in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how many times I watch a YouTube video. They're like, just press it on and then just take the back of your thing and push it on. And it's
easy, doesn't it?
It's perfect. And every time I do it, it's like, cool. That looks like a dog shit every single time. And it's like, sure,
placing tape exactly where you want it is so hard to do. It's so hard to do.
Oh, what's it like to have hands that don't shake your whole life? That must be nice, isn't it? Freaking rub it in.
I've used masking tape on a model for the first time this week, and it did not go according to plan.
Yep.
Well, I guess it's
a lot of touch-ups afterwards.
It's like, I guess it's just going to be a dirty droid now, isn't it? It's just going to be really dirty. So, all in all, I started with the AT-ATs. They were the easiest. Base coated them. So here's what they kind of look like. They're kind of I haven't matte coated them yet. So they still have their shiny gloss coat on.
Nice.
Basically primed them. I did some light filter work on it, which is so it would be like a lighter wash kind of coat, but on certain areas to kind of lighten some of the primer. So I didn't want to have to paint it on.
Just all airbrush, Shawn?
No, I only airbrushed the primer. Everything else was brush coating after that. Because they're just so small and my hands shake like too like it's just I'm not airbrushing stuff like this. It'll just be a disaster.
I have an airbrush, semi-expensive airbrush that can get a small enough spray where I could do detail with it, but it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I have stuff that can.
Mistakes doing that, like I can't even imagine.
I was gonna airbrush like the front window on the head to be like. I was gonna do that white and then do like a bright red on it, but then it's like as I'm looking at it, going, I have an airbrush that can do it, but I don't have the hands that can do where I want it to be. It would be like a white line across like the mouth. I'd be like, nailed it.
It'd be cool because you get a glow.
Exactly what I want.
You get a glow effect. That'd be really good.
It would be cool. Yeah, it would be very cool. Like, but since I only have 3, I'll do that on a different one.
I want you to try it and send us your first attempt because I want to see if I laugh or not.
So I don't know if you guys have this. Do you guys have like an item that you use to test? Like that's like your dummy piece that you're like, is this the right color? Is this like a technique on it? Like, because I have the
paper.
I have this old like it's like the Micro Machines at ATST. So he's just like he's probably got 35 coats of paint on him that I just like I'm always testing stuff. It's like, oh, how's that snow look on the feet? Does that look okay? How's this look? Smart. And so he just keeps getting coated and stuff, and that's my test one. So I'll test the thin airbrush on that. But no, so I
usually do a piece of paper. I have it right next because you never know if it's going to start splattering or something. Because I fucking hate that. Yeah. So I always test it. I change colors. I'm always testing. Or if I put it down for a second or whatever, I pick it back up. I got to test it. Make sure it's going to come out correctly.
Oh yeah, half my paint that I buy is atomized throughout my home or on everything else, and not the models that I intend it to be on. So yeah, it's always being tested or wasted in some way.
Plus you get a feel of the aim.
Yeah, like that's why I'll airbrush this up. Yeah. I'll airbrush my hand I'll have gloves on and I'll do it like right where my index finger meets my thumb, like the L.
Nice. Yeah.
So I'll spray there just to kind of.
Because the worst part is going to the model and shh, oh fuck, that's lower or higher than I wanted or whatever.
Oh, and especially with like grays, because it's like my whole spray booth is gray, so it's like, is it spraying anything? And next thing you know, I just have like a big glob running down. It's like, yeah, I guess it was. Cool. That's awesome. So yeah, I did the 3 AT-ATs. Those turned out fine. I don't think I did anything too special with them. Just kind of getting back into the swing of gray, filter, seal coating, and then kind of doing like a Nuln oil, just a basic wash throughout the pieces. Nothing too crazy. And then using some of my AK Interactive snow effects that I got years ago.
AK is good.
AK is the best. I got used my terrains snow diorama stuff, and then I also used my acrylic snow sprinkles.
What's that, Shawn?
So AK Interactive, who I am a huge fanboy of, I'm pretty sure they're based out of Spain. They make a lot of.
I've got some of their products. Yeah, I've got some of their bits. I wonder what the snow stuff was. Yeah. So
it's so they make a bunch of diorama products, and it looks like that marshmallow fluff stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of just like little bits of foam that it's acrylic based, so you can get it with water and kind of like mix it up and kind of make like snow. Oh, so like I did it on my Viper droids here. So I put it on the base, really small. Come on, there you kind of see it on the bottom. There,
man about that.
So and you can control it. So it's got all this water in it, and so as it evaporates, it kind of sinks down, and then you're left with like the snow texture.
Sweet.
So that's what
the other stuff you just sprinkle on top, yeah.
So that's what that looks like. So it's more of the harder packed snow, and the snow sprinkles. This is very similar, but this is more for like the edges of things. So it's a little bit maybe thicker, like almost like it's like a thicker, I think for the edges, like it's a thicker medium. So it actually has like more bubbles and stuff in it. So you kind of see it dried in the lid there.
Oh, so the other stuff is like a dust?
No, it's all liquid. So you put all of it on with a paintbrush. So the other one's more of like a foam, like a liquid foam. Mm-hmm. You go, psh, 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 psh. And this one looks more like little teeny tiny beads in like a goop. So this is more like, if you have like a tank tread mark that's in snow, like this is the stuff that would be like a little more, it's like slush. That's the word I'm looking for. It looked more like a slush. And no, I did not buy these. So for people, I don't go out and buy just these crazy specific products. I went to a diorama masterclass where they just teach you how to do stuff. And it was sponsored by AK. And depending on how many people come, they just give away all this stuff for free. So it's just like, gimme.
Where was that?
That was when I still lived in the Bay Area. And that's what led me to, I don't know if you can see it back there. I have a little diorama of the AT-AT or ATST standing there. And it's got the little Legion characters that I used. So
those stormtroopers?
No, they're scout troopers.
Oh, scout troopers, yeah.
Yeah, scout troopers.
Cool.
AK stuff rules. I love their weathering. But yeah, so I did the little cannons. I did these similar.
Sweet.
I primed them in gray. Then I brushed white on a very watered down white on top of it to try kind of doing the reverse. Same kind of thing, metallics. I use that wax metallic on all the little metal parts and the gun barrels. And then I put a little bit of snow on the edges here. Nothing crazy. I don't need it going too hard in the paint.
Looks good.
So yeah, I have a bunch of all that kind of stuff. And now I'm getting ready to do my little snow speeders. They're getting ready.
Snow speeders.
Yesterday I was actually looking up, I'm going to do the different paint schemes. So I'm going to do like the orange. I'm going to do the light gray. Then I'm going to do like the Action Fleet Micro Machines black with orange on like one or two as well. So that's what got me back into this. So I've been really, really excited. Kind of, we have a gear room. It's like a spare room in our house. It's like all of our backpacking and stuff. That's where like the laser cutter and stuff is. So I just set my airbrush thing up on top of the laser cutter and just have it vented out the window. And so I'm just like leaving it there while I'm doing all this. So I can just go in there and be like, bam, 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 bam. I'll go psh, 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 and then just like leave. So I don't have to keep cleaning it up. And so that's been really helpful. Because I've also been working on some other stuff while that stuff's been drying. And because therefore, when I work on a single project, I run into this issue where I'll spray something, it'll dry, but then I'll start working it too much and I'll start like peeling layers back off because they haven't been fully cured or whatever. And I just get pissed and stop. My other big project. So I'll go through the little ones first. I have a bunch of stuff that's not been painted, but I've built. So I have like this little all black X-Wing right now. So he's now been primed and he's going to be ready to be painted.
Classic X-Wing or sequel trilogy?
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Classic. I have this turret, this Death Star turret that I finally primed and I can finish painting that. I have another snow speeder from a Bandai kit that's going to go with the Bandai AT-AT. I have now I finally primed. Oh shit, he fell apart. It's Darth Vader. it's Darth Vader. He's loosely put together. See, Ed, that's why you don't fling stuff around. I forgot that I had that loosely put on there because I was disassembling it.
Oh my god, that was fun. I'm sorry, that was what I feel bad if that's like awful.
No, it's not broken. He's right here. It's because it was barely all held together because I had all the pieces apart spraying them.
I think the sound was the best part. It was a crash.
As it just shattered on the desk and like, but no, there it is. It's Darth Vader's TIE Fighter,
nice.
TIE Advanced. So that's ready to be painted. And I also have
is that a Bandai kit?
Yes, that's another Bandai kit.
Yeah, I have some Bandai I need to get to too, like a Millennium Falcon and a TIE from Force Awakens.
I don't know. I'm sure you could tell that I've now reorganized my office, and now pretty much all of my pile of shame is in here, except for my perfect grade Millennium Falcon, and I think one other thing. But like now, it's all I could see all the stuff I need to do. It's all here and in this bin, this cabinet here. But that's ready to go. And the other thing I'm working on is a resin 3D print that I did that's been sitting around waiting for me to do. Which I kind of have a love-hate. Like, I'm a big fan of 3D printing, but I'm also like, I think people on the internet make it seem way easier to deal with than it actually is, especially if you care about like detail and like just not like all the little bits and bobs and stuff. So I did this and I thought it looked great at first, but now I'm slowly adding. So here's the base. I'll show you the base first, but I'm customizing the base. So it's like a round pedestal. All of this extra shit, all this extra wires and stuff is stuff I'm adding because it looked terrible when merged. See the big seam through here, and I'm patching all that up. But a lot of this will be covered. So like hypothetically, where's the front?
That's the thing with 3D printing, right? You print in different pieces and you got to put them together.
Yeah, and so like that's what the front will look like when it's glued.
Oh shit! An imperial cog. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what's coming here.
I think I do too.
And so this
There's
little
some color.
So yeah, that's going to sit right there on that.
Yeah.
Once that's a little better. It's a bust.
Torso now. Yeah.
It's a bust. There's a bust here. I'll put the head on the bust. There you go. There's the.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep. I'm gonna have to get the. I can't just use grays on this one.
Nope.
Got to get the blue out, Shawn. Got to get
the
the blue.
blue.
Gonna have to get the blue. And what's really cool is he even comes with this little guy.
Oh yeah. Are we gonna talk about it, or is it gonna be a surprise for somebody?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it is going to somebody, but I don't know if that somebody listens to this. So
they're not going to fucking listen to this because they're currently off their tits on mushrooms in Vegas. So
yeah. So I think it's so. I mean, if the surprise gets ruined, then that's just more motivation for me to get it done. It is a Thrawn figure. It's a bust. And it looks great at first, like all 3D printing stuff. It's like, oh, that looks so good. But then you start like putting things together. It's like, oh my God, I have to do so much cleanup.
Yep. A lot of sanding.
And then you realize like, oh, it's resin. So like, I can't just like sand it and be done. It's like, no, I have to like take safety precautions because I don't want like brain cancer. Yep. So it's like, okay, I got to get like the bin out and get the water or wash it outside because that dust will kill me. And it becomes a whole ordeal. And that's why I love the Bandai kits, because it's just like their attention to detail is like what I'm looking for.
What are you using? Are you using like a Dremel or anything for like sanding?
Nothing? I'm not using anything powered just because the resin is so like, you would think that it's like epoxy. So it's like, oh, it's super, super hard. But any resin that's printed is still fairly light. So I'm using like tiny stuff. So I'll answer your question. So first for some of the things I'm using like plastic putty to fill in, like small gaps and seams and things, because it's just easier to deal with. Some stuff I'm actually using like resin with a UV light to fill gaps. Other parts I'm using small sanders. Like I'll use like sanding sticks, like these little guys, these little emery board strips.
They're so useful. You sent me some of those a long time ago, mate, and they are so useful.
Yeah, I ordered some on Amazon for like $2, and they sent me like, oh, you wanted 1 million of them? Here you go. It's like, no.
So wait, what is it exactly?
So it's like a nail file thing, but they're real thin strips.
Oh yeah, okay.
Cool. But they come in all different like grits and stuff, and I also have like the Tamiya like big sheets that I cut into little sheets. I've got this thing that's like it's like a pen, but it's also got like the little files. So it's got the files in it, and you put them in there, kind of like that screwdriver, and you can go like kind of like that. And I've got I also use this a lot. I use my scriber, like my dental tools, basically.
Oh yeah.
So like if you need to like, because anytime you're filling and patching, like you need to re-add details. So like I need to re-scribe lines or kind of pick some stuff out. It's basically just a bunch of dental tools, like stuff that work on your teeth. And I will say I may not have used one at some point in my life to like get
something out of your tooth.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This is a joke. For reference, this is a joke. It's like I could do my own dental work. What is the point of it? I don't even know why I'm paying somebody. That's a joke. That's not real. I'm not actually doing that. But so the biggest thing with this is like Chris has inspired me because this base looked like shit. Like it just really looked like shit.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
you can paint it well, like with the wires and stuff. That'd be cool.
So I've been slowly painting it here and there. So what I've done, Chris will probably get a kick out of this, is it looked like shit before. Like you could see seams and stuff all over the place. And I've slowly been covering it in old bass guitar wires, old wiring. So like I have, so I've kept these things. I've kept all these like old bass strings forever. Like I'm going to use them for something. And I have all this just old wiring and plastic bits and plastic wires. And so I'm just
guitar strings are so useful.
The what?
Yeah. Guitar strings.
Oh yeah.
So useful, yeah.
I keep violin strings, same thing. Yeah.
So I've been using that little screwdriver drill thing we were talking about with the teeth. So I use that and I drill holes in that, bend it at a 90, put it in there, wrap it around, and I'm kind of like wrapping things around in different spots. This part right here was original. This big piece where it's all these cords wrapped around. But all this
looks like a Twizzler. Yeah.
But all this other stuff I'm kind of adding around, and you can see new ones. I've been priming it to kind of see how it looks, and then I've been adding new ones and slowly just making
all those wires be different colors, Shawn.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try on some of them. Yeah, they'll all be different shades of gray. Maybe
the ones further inside are going to be darker.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play. I'm going to map out what I want Theron to look like, and I'm going to try to do like maybe darker shades of like, because he's got a lot of like blue. He's got red and yellow on his thing. I have no idea what color that thing is on his back. We'll figure that out at some point. And I'm going to probably do darker shades of those highlight colors in here on the cables.
What do you call them things? I can never pronounce it. Is it
the thing on his back? I have no clue.
Like these things on his shoulders?
The lizard thing, yeah.
Oh, it's Salamari, yeah.
It's Salamari.
That's what I say. I could be wrong.
Samilarion. I have no idea. But yeah, we'll figure that out. But I got to get done obsessively.
I think if you include like some red lights here and there in the base.
Oh yeah, get some LEDs in it, Shawn.
So that way it can really show the imperfections and globs and dust when it turns on, and you just see it just covered in globs of overspray. And
I mean painted, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actual light would be awesome.
Because I do have LED. Sorry, I keep turning and talking to the side, but I do have LED wire that I could do something with. I don't know what I would do with it, but I can trick it because I think I sent one or two to Chris. I'm like, let's see if he figures out what these are. They're just like little LED wires that use like coin cell batteries on. Like you'll see like Boy Hobby Time using them all the time for like blaster bolts, and like. He just makes it look so easy. Like, you just get soldering iron, just wire, boop, 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 beep, beep, and like there you go. It's a switch. It's like I love how easy you made that look. But I got suckered into it, and I bought a pack on AliExpress or something. I'm like, I'm gonna do something with these. And
3 years later,
as you can tell,
have you used it? No.
I have not. I have plans though. That's what this. So the plan is I'm gonna use this snow speeder with. That in the bin, and I'm gonna make a diorama with that snow
guitar string.
Maybe I'll put a little Luke going like up to the thing, and then he's gonna have a little LED lightsaber.
Should be a guitar string from the back of the speeder to like wrapping around the AT the AT.
Yeah, I'm gonna add it to the list of things I need to do, and
well,
that's the plan.
Talking about the list, mate, I know this is not a visual medium, but there's a fucking lot of stuff in that cupboard you've just opened.
That is, and that's not even all of it. So there is. I think there is probably.
He opened that up. I was like, God, it could be anything.
Before we open that,
look at this. Look at all. I have a 3D model Woody from Toy Story. I need to build. I have.
Damn.
How many models did you get in Japan, Shawn?
Actually, I got. I think I only got like one or two, because I did get one. I got a couple for free, which is one I'm about to, because I wanted at the panel. But no, it's just they didn't. There was, if I was into Gundams and stuff, I probably would have gotten a lot.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they. I have enough. And I have ideas. I've already been scheming on what I want to build next, even though I've got 35 things in progress. Like I want to kit bash my own ship that I have ideas on what I want to do. But the final thing that I just got the idea for just the other day with the announcement of all the Mando and Grogu merch that's coming out. I was like, oh, you know what I did? Because I was just baffled when I saw I don't know if you see the Lego Razor Crest that they're releasing. It's like, it's the Razor Crest 2.0. Trust us, it's the new ship. But it's got yellow. It's got a bunch of yellow on it now. I got this in Japan. This is one of the free giveaways I got. I got a Razor Crest, like a little mini version. It's like a
Bandai,
yeah, it's Bandai 144, I think is the scale. 144. But it's the original, so it's just a little simple guy. It's just like a couple, and it's already kind of silver, so it's only got 3 sprues, so it's got these and that, and the base, and it's got some shitty stickers that I'm not going to use. So I'm like, oh, I can quickly put this together, and then I can try to make it look like the new one once some better pictures come out with the yellow and stuff. And it's like, haha, I will make the new. I'm like, maybe that'll help me get excited for the new movie, and maybe we'll see. And so I'm going to put that together because it's like a nice, cool. And plus, I'm not always a big fan of working with like silvers and stuff, like the metallics. I'll probably still prime it and then use my own metallics. Like I got this stuff a couple years ago that I've used on a couple things, and it's awesome. It's called like mirror finish.
Whoa.
It is.
It's like super glossy.
It's more metallic than the container it's in. Like it is just. It's like it almost looks like mercury. It's kind of crazy. So I've always wanted to spray it. I've always brushed it, but I want to spray it. So I'm probably going to use that on here, and it's probably going to turn out like dog shit. But who cares? It's a small model, and I'm going to put some of it yellow anyway. So I think that's
really cool. Yeah, because Razor Crest is super shiny.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to build that, and I may, you know what? I'm probably going to give it away because, as you can tell, I have no room for anything in this office. And so I don't think I'm working on anything else. I think that might be it, boys. I think that might be all I'm working on. So it's a bunch of Star Wars stuff at different scales. Easy things like the Battle of Hoth stuff and the man in a bathtub. Oh, I didn't show you this. I didn't show you like a man in a bathtub up close. So like it's not super canon. So I've done like red on some of the eyes.
Yeah.
Come on, focus.
Did you use gloss varnish over some?
He's currently matted, but I'm going to use like Ard coat and stuff on some of the bits and bobs to make him to make him kind of stand out more.
I was thinking like that lens they have, put gloss varnish on that.
Yeah, the little dots like around his head, like the little lenses, and so I painted some of the lenses red just to kind of make him so he's not just this black and metallic looking Viper droid, just kind of make him more menacing.
Before Chris goes, I want to say I have one more thing that I forgot I was going to work on next. But
you don't want to interrupt, Chris. You want to go before him.
Yes, but after he goes, I want to talk about gemming because that lens you pointed out on the man in a bathtub could use it technically, I guess. But
not looking for critiques, Ed. No, I'm just kidding.
No. I'm just saying, like it could be yours specifically, but generally.
That looks like a piece of shit, Shawn. Let me tell you how you could make that look better.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this, and it's really motivating me to get back into it. Well, it's good because it looks like shit, and you can do a little more work on it. Maybe send that one back through a review cycle, and maybe try again.
Oh no. So Google this Mutalith, MUTA.
You're making me fucking
LITH
Mutalith
Vortex Beast.
Yeah, product line. Yeah, here we go.
This I have it primed already in white. This is the next thing. I don't know why I forgot about this. It goes in the same army.
Good for you.
This goes in the same army as the Magnus, the Primarch I painted. So I'm gonna it's gonna be primarily. I think I'm gonna try to primarily do it with airbrush only.
So are there
just
like two?
meld many colors together?
So do you have the one with like a head, or do you have the one that's heads turned into tentacles?
Tentacles.
I got a Google
That's
what is it?
Mutalith.
Vortex Beast. Muta, Mutalith, and then a Vortex Beast. Wow, look at that. That's so
It's
cool.
really fucked up looking beast.
I like the sprue, how the sprue's kind of like chaotic looking too. Like it's not straight lines. Like it's all over the place. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before.
That is sick.
$96.
Yeah, I paid $100 for
50
it to
quid
be.
here, mate.
I went on eBay, and I'm lazy sometimes, so I paid $100 for one that was already put together and primed.
So is 40K to stand for like this, an expectation setting for how much you're going to pay to get into this game?
Yeah, probably 40,000.
Yeah.
No, but it is a lot. I'm pretty much done mostly spending money on it. So
Yeah, sure.
I'll take that bet. I will take that bet.
I've done the bulk of the spending already. So I'm now it's just the little things, new things that come out if I'm interested in them.
Until
You're-
your next UK trip, and I can
About to
take you
say-
to, like at least 5 more crafting stores that I found since you were last year. So
Oh shit!
yeah,
About to say you're talking to 3 people. There's 3 of us. And I can see all of our backgrounds, and you're saying, "Oh, I think I've done the bulk of my spending." It's like, yeah, sure, got it. I can see your background. I can see your background. I can see my own background. Got it. Sure. Are we enabling? Is that the kind of the vibe are we going for? Are we enabling each other here, or like is that? Yeah. Ed, you don't got a problem. You're fine.
No problem at all. No, I am comfortable with my spending.
Because if you have a problem, then I'd have a problem, and I do not have a problem.
But yeah, sorry, Chris. Go ahead. Just want to let you guys know that's going to be my first airbrushing a lot journey. It's going to be in the next week.
oh, I look forward to my morning as I'm having my morning shit. Looking at your progress shots, mate, as you're still awake painting.
All right, cool.
Nice. Shawn, before I go, I've got a question.
Yeah,
It reminded me that you printed that 3D Thrawn.
this guy.
What did you? I've got a terrible memory. You've probably already told me this and shown me the Ninja Turtle that you 3D printed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you finish him, mate?
Yeah, he's back here. He is right. I'm not going to drop him because I will be pissed.
Oh, he looks so awesome. How tall is he? Like 10 inches?
On the base, he's probably about 12 inches total.
Yeah.
And so this is where I learned a lot about 3D printing. And like, so the base is the first thing I did, and he is covered in, like he is a brick of resin, like just an absolute brick.
Heavy.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. So that's kind of the base here. So it's kind of this rocky, it's like stones, and he's got this old kind of like temple and the demon guy on the front, and
That's sick.
Really cool.
and then this is the turtle. This is Raphael here.
Whoa, dude, that is rad.
And so his
So cool.
his little mask comes off.
We've got to make this visual, haven't we? We've got to find a way to
Oh
make
man,
this
that
visual.
looks cool.
That
And
is
so-
good.
I started out like I kind of what I did with him is I all black, and then I kind of zenithal highlighted it, like kind of. But then I was trying something new. I kind of I took yellow and green and dry brushed the entire model, like his entire skin and shell and stuff all the way down, and then I airbrushed green, like a darker green on top. And then did his shell. His shell is like, so then I kind of did muted color. So like his was like a red. And so I muted it down, and like all of his, like, so there's his.
Yeah, I like that vibe you got with him. The muted, like more real reds.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bloody, like a brown red. Yeah, that's how he turned out. I'm pretty happy with him. He looks a lot different in the light too. Like it's kind of cool how different it is based on the lighting that it's in. So like if I crank up the light, like his colors really pop a lot more. Yeah, he's kind of cool. Like I really enjoyed doing like the rags and stuff on his feet. Let me see if I can turn it so you can see it.
Yeah.
Like those
Oh, yeah.
bandages, like those are fun to do. How it's just like they start. Like I did them like white, almost like a tan, and I just kept weathering and weathering and weathering and weathering. And so let me take this out of my hand. I stabbed myself. Oh, the back's better. There you go. You can see. It's like down here. You can see how they were tan, but you just keep weathering it, so it's actually like dirt and dirt and dirt, and it just
you kept it brighter on the outer sides and upper. That's good.
Yeah, so it just kind of continues to. And then it did the toothbrush flick speckle on his skin to make it look like he's actually like organic.
Did you see how painful it? Did you hear how painful it was then for Ed to praise you?
I know, it's like, well, I guess this one's okay.
No, it was good.
Oh, you did it brighter on the edges. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it doesn't look like complete dog shit.
It looks awesome.
But
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sad I didn't seek it out and look at it when I was at your place.
there's a lot going on in this room, so I don't blame you. It was and it's kind of chaotic in here, so yeah, no harm, no foul. You'll see it next time.
That's right.
Maybe I don't know when that'll be, but next time for sure. But anyways, yeah, that's what
Sweet.
that's.
No, that's rad, dude. I think last time I saw it, it was like you primed it and it was all black.
Yeah, I'll have to share some photos. I think I
Definitely
posted them on something, but yeah, that's that.
He'll reply to the photos that he already sent.
Yeah,
to you.
I know he's going to do that, and then I'm going to feel like shit.
It's like I'll say, hey, it's like from December 2024, and there was no response. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to model anyways. I gave it a shot. Nobody thinks I'm any good, so I'm just gonna say whatever. I'm done.
Brilliant. Oh well,
Anyways.
I'll it's me then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've been like Shawn. I like 1,000,001 things going off. It's just the way my my brain works. I get hyperfixated on one thing, but I also need multiple other things going on at the same time. So obviously I've been, as you guys know, trash building, junk building, scratch building, whatever you want to call it, building these little robots that I started doing, I don't know, maybe probably about 1.5 years ago now. And then I built a few, and I was doing them individually. And then I kind of built a batch of like 5 and then painted all those. And then they sat for a while. And then I'll put those down. I'll put that project down and work on some drawing or work on something else. But this latest batch I've just been super into. And I've built 10 different droids all at once.
Nice.
Just out of junk. Because the kind of way that I do it is I've got boxes and boxes of junk and trash and stuff that I save, bits of plastic, old kits. And to get it all out of storage, I have to fill this whole room. So just to build one droid, it's kind of a lot. So I just thought I'm just going to build as many as possible. And I think I completed 10, but I've also got like 5 others on the go that I put away. And I was like, that's a bit silly now. I need to concentrate, and like my room's a mess. So put all the parts away and then started painting them.
Do you have a plan for all these?
So yeah, kind of. I'm going to start selling them.
Oh, nice.
And we've got me and a friend of mine have got, because separate to the droids, I'll get to in a minute. But I've got a table booked at a toy fair in April that I'm going to take the droids with. Hopefully, get them online as well at some point.
Nice.
But yeah, people have shown interest already, like friends and family. Like, I'd like one. So, but yeah,
That's awesome.
I mean, you should probably work on the eyes and the glazing a little bit, but you know, I'm excited for you.
Say that again. I need to critique it.
So this the ones I've been building like over the past year, they're all pretty similar. They're kind of like R2 droids in a way, like kind of gonk looking R2, that kind of droid.
Like a gonk astromech kind of vibe.
Astromech. That's the word I was looking
Yep.
for, Sean.
Yep.
In my head, they don't live in the Star Wars universe, but they're quite obviously influenced by that, as a lot of things are. But this latest batch, I've tried to mix up and do different shapes and sizes and all sorts of things. So I've got these really little ones. These aren't painted, like finished yet. But I've got these little tiny ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've done a couple of these ones. So I've started weather.
Look at the weathering, Shawn.
I'm a big fan. I like it.
That gives me a boner.
It's like they kind of look like Camtono. They kind of look like Camtonos, but with like droids. Yeah,
so when I first started
like
building them, I built them out of yogurt pots, whatever. What do you call them over there? Yogurt.
Like a yogurt tub container.
Tub. Yeah. Empty plastic tubs. I put 2 together, and then that's my base, and then I just start chucking stuff on from there.
Mm-hmm.
But I've started doing different shapes and things, what I'll get to in a minute. But these, so my daughter's obsessed with dough balls. So we buy these packs of dough balls, and they come with a little tub of garlic butter to dip the dough balls in.
Ooh.
And that's 2 of the tubs on top.
Oh, that's funny.
On top of each other, and then just like add different bits on. But I had this like accidental light bulb go off. So I buy these like at Christmas. They're like clear baubles to put on your tree. Mm-hmm. You can put things inside them.
Yeah, the clear plastic where you go kind of snook them together. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they fit perfectly. Like one half fits perfectly on top of these. So I built all these little bits on top, and then put the little dome on.
Yes,
nice.
You can see all the little inner workings inside it.
It's like the 80s, 90s like clear telephones, and you can see the electronics inside, like all the little bits and bobs, like the brain.
Kind of gives them a little different vibe.
Like fits perfect.
So I've got those little dudes going off, and then I've got some square dudes. These not finished yet.
Nice.
This is a fidget cube. This is just the container that
nice.
It comes in. So they're like £3 from the supermarket. So every time we do the food shop, Michelle's like, "Why have we got like 4 fidget cubes inside there?" Just want the boxes. Just need the cases. That's all.
Are you dumpster diving the neighbors' recycle bins yet? Like being like,
yeah. My neighbor was throwing a printer out, and I saw it on it got a skip on his drive, and he chucked it in. And I was like, I went and knocked on his door. I was like, can I get this old printer out of your thing? And I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, and then I had to tell him why. I was like, oh, yeah, I make little robots, and if I take this printer apart, it's gonna have some pretty rad greeblies inside it.
So this reminds me, like the closest I come to thinking of doing this kind of stuff was if I played Legion.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make like a Tatooine terrain, like the buildings and stuff. And I was like, going in the trash, you can find everything you need for that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I think I sent this video to Chris. I think I may have just sent it to him a couple weeks ago, where it's this guy where he will just take like an old piece of discarded, like an old telephone. And he'll make a droid completely out of just like that one thing. It's like more like a Gundam style, like a stand-up droid kind of thing. But it's like, oh man, I want to do that. I need to start collecting junk. And it's like, wait, nope. No, I don't. Keep that one on the list.
I've got so much crap, and it's like people at work know now as well. So anytime someone has like a healthy pot of like whatever, they're like, "Do you want this, Chris?" Like, yes, please.
That's funny.
Often, like in the trash, like picking people's rubbish out when I'm in the kitchen, like making a brew and stuff. But yeah, and then I've got I've done this.
Holy moly!
This guy's primed at the minute, but it's a kind of a different shape. And I thought I built some little tracks for him, so he's got like
Not to make you go back, but what were the legs on that other one made out of? Like the shiny, Like gonk
This
looking
one?
legs. Yeah, what are those?
I had a guy just give me a load of like plumbing parts. So it's like
Mm.
tubes that were like used, the plastic tubes that were used for plumbing.
These little plastic bits and bobs. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and then that's my favorite paint, and it's Citadel. Is it Leech Belcher or something? Lead
Lead
Belcher.
Belcher.
Lead Belcher.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
That's nice.
But yeah, so that one's just base coat. Yeah, so I've got a ton of droids, and I'm just having lots and lots of fun with that at the minute. And I've built this big bad boy as well. He's the biggest one I've built. He's just prime so far.
Nice.
I'm waiting for you to make one that's like a Russian nesting doll where you open it and then there's another droid inside, and then you open that and there's another droid inside, and there's just like droids all the way down to like a teeny tiny little one.
That'll be sick. I've done a few.
You're like, this is a giant yogurt container. This is a half yogurt container. And this is a...
I've done a few guys that have got arms as well, and some I've stuck on already, and then started painting and been like, should have just stuck these arms on afterwards because it's really hard to get into these bits and bobs. So there's a couple of guys where I've just got their arms, and I'm painting them separately.
That's a big arm. I like it.
Is that a red arm? Was that red?
It was not a red arm, Shawn. It's just a red wire. I went and fetched this when you were showing your wire stuff because I was like,
Nice.
Yeah, so having lots of fun with that. I'm really into it, boys. I really, really dig it. So
it's relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's great, and it's completely different. It's a completely different discipline to drawing and the illustration stuff that I do, which I love as equally as much. But yeah, who knows what it'll lead to and where it'll go. But right now, I'm loving it.
That's awesome.
But like I've said, multiple things on the go. Separate to that, I got bored one day and tried a bit of sculpting. So I got some super sculpey clay, and if you've ever heard me on any podcast talking about toys, I'm obsessed with like 80s gross out toys, like things like Mad Balls and stuff. So I made my own like Mad Ball.
Whoa.
Kind of thing out of
that's awesome.
Clay.
That looks gross. I love it.
Look at that.
It's like fleshy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Garbage Pail Kids meet like a coughing or wheezing Pokemon, but also flesh colored.
Yeah. So that one I've baked and obviously painted. And
that's
then
cool.
I've got some like a little alien dude that I'm currently.
Is it heavy? After baking? Like
Not
what?
at all. No, that's just like tin foil, like wrapped up in a ball, and then Sculpey light on it. It's really light.
Is it brittle? Like if you drop it, will it like
throw it against the wall? Will it break?
It's all right.
That's durable.
Yeah,
that's good.
Hard. It is when it's baked. It is, yeah. But then I think I'm gonna give this guy some like tentacles or legs or something. And
all right, cool. Now you just need to get some plaster. You need to make a mold, a reverse mold. Then you got to do silicone injection, and then you can have squishy versions.
Yeah. So yeah, just trying out all these disciplines and having fun with it. I've got these eyeballs that I bought. Like one fits in there, and I'm just like adding.
That's cool.
Adding, like giblets and shit onto it, but I just keep adding bits on and see where it goes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, lots of different crafting. And then we've
do you just have them all sitting on a shelf? Is there just like a pile, like all just off camera? I see you looking around. So okay, it must be more.
Mate, there's stuff everywhere, and this view that you've got right now is very, very deceiving because it's like the length of the room. But what you can't see is like all the stuff over here and over here. There's a lot of shit everywhere, but. There we go. But I've got I'm working with a friend of mine, and we've made some toys that like bootleg toys that we're actually going to package up and take to the toy fair as well. So he's like kind of kit bashed 2 old toys from the 80s together to create like a new character, and then he's made a mold and then made them out of resin,
Nice.
and we're painting them together, and then I'm doing obviously all the artwork and the packaging and stuff. So yeah, but lots of projects going on.
That's
And
cool.
I've got quite
That's awesome.
juggling quite a few art projects as well. Currently, I was working on some Nightmare on Elm Street stuff that's for a book. It's just lots of mad shit going on. But it's good. I love it.
That reminded me of a project that I've also been working on. That also reminds me of your I don't want to call them your gross out stuff, because I don't know that's a term of endearment. Don't want to make it sound like it's not.
No, that's totally what it is.
Scale modeling tools are this. Okay, so this is not advice, just for everybody involved. Okay. But if you find yourself in a situation where you need small tools, scale modeling tools, especially clean ones that have never been used, are way better than most of the stuff that you get from like doctor's offices. So, for example, say your partner has had a bunch of stuff like removed from their back, and they have like these like giant stitched up wounds, and you got to remove the stitches.
Yeah.
Scale modeling tools and tweezers and things like that are so much more effective than the junk ass blunt tipped blind tweezers you get from there. It's like, hold on a second. This is ridiculous. Why am I using these like safety scissors? Like I'm a kindergartner. It's like, trust me, I got stuff that's going to work way better. And so
that's funny. I was like wondering where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so I come upstairs and get a fresh pair of my fancy tweezers with an actual point. And
yes, I have those too. Yeah.
That's my promotion for the day. As normally I'm pushing AK stuff, but if you go on the internet and buy one of these like 10 packs of like good, what are they called? Well, I don't even know who makes them.
Super pointy tweezers.
Whatever that brand's called, Tico tweezers that are actually sharp and they come with hooks and things and curved bits. These are the single best thing that I've used in modeling in a long time. And I take it for granted until recently. I'm like, I know what to do for here. And so so that's been my other project, has been like greeblying somebody's back and removing stitches with scale modeling tools.
Nice.
So I don't want to hear it from anybody else about all my tools that I keep buying and now I never use this stuff. So yeah, she can be quiet. Yeah. Don't tell her I said that.
I would say the one thing I've used those tweezers for a lot, it's kind of funny. I like the Army Painter metallics. You know, the little bottle they come in, squeeze bottle.
Yeah.
It gets like caked in the nozzle. And I just take the tweezer, because it's so pointy, I just shove it right into the end of the bottle, and it opens it right up. It's perfect.
You know what? It took me way too long to realize about like bottles like this, like they kind of look like the traditional craft bottle, like fabric paint bottles that you get at your fabric store. I didn't realize that the tip came off for the longest time.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, you can buy the balls, like the little metal balls to put in there and shake it up. It's like, well, how am I supposed to get it in there? And then I was like messing with one day, and I'm like, I pulled the tip out, and I'm like, what the?
This goes to my tweezer thing, because like I have to do it, because I'll be sitting there squeezing and nothing's coming out. Like, what the fuck? And suddenly, the entire tip comes off, and then a bunch of paint everywhere.
So so I'll take the tip off, put a ball in there, use my vibrating machine. And just set that for 10 minutes, walk away.
Vibrating machine, yeah.
It's not. I don't know where it is. Oh no, there it is. It's always close by. It's always.
Yes, it is.
You guys told me to get those little ball bearings like early on, and they lifesavers. They're the.
So the Pro Acryl ones come with glass one, or like I think they're glass balls. So like they're not metal and don't affect like the paint, I guess, in the long term. Nice.
So because I think my memory's terrible, and when I'm painting like 10 different things at the same time, so I just want to run like a process past you guys.
Yeah.
So I make sure I'm actually doing, because I get varying different effects. Like some days I'll be like, oh yeah, I nailed that, and then the next day I'll be like, what am I doing wrong? Why did I fuck that up? So I build a model, and then I prime it. So I prime it in black, and then I do what you call a zenithal highlight, where I spray from above with a white or a bone color from a rattle can.
Mhm.
And then I add a base layer. So it's just like, this is the main color of what it's going to be. If it's going to be multiple colors, like different parts, I'll put base layer colors, like say it's a blue bit there and a red bit there, whatever. And then this is where I always get I get confused. So at that point, should I dry brush or should I do a wash?
Wash.
I think it depends.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the effect. To me, it depends on the effect. Like,
so I'm never gonna. I don't want any of them to look clean. They're always gonna look like they're fucking knackered and rusty. And weathering's obviously the last thing I do. But I always get confused when I dry brush and when I do a wash.
So the way that I do it is I would dry brush before and after, but for different effects.
Okay.
So I will dry brush before a wash a lot of times to get enhancing kind of contrast and shading, or like doing certain effects, like kind of thinking about it like actual dirt. So like for me, a wash, like I think, so with models, sometimes models are like, oh, I do a wash to make it just for contrast. For me, most of my washes are like, I'm trying to add like the base layer of just like absolute grime. And it's also for the contrast, but I want something underneath that as well. So it's whether it's like exposed metal, chips in the paint, things like that. Cause I don't want that on top of the grime. Like I want that under to be like, what's the paint and the body and the machine look like, specifically for like droids and ships.
Yeah.
Then I will put the grime on top, my wash on top, to really kind of seal it all in. Well, first in between that, I would dry brush it, then I would seal it with something, then I would wash. And then I'm going to come in on top of that for like dry brushing, like dust effects or like really shiny metals or something like that, to like, there's the dirt and then there's the shit.
Yeah, there's different kinds of dry brush. So like if you're doing like large area dry brush, then you might want to do that before wash, like the skin, sometimes skin or something. I don't know. But if you like want to do a super light edge highlighting dry brush, like on that's definitely after. Yeah.
Right. So when I'm doing chipping, so I'm doing like metal chipping, and normally I've got different techniques for that, but I'll like brush the edges and chip away and do like little bits on the edges of the metal panels. I do that before I do a wash, yeah? So the wash would get into the little, makes it look like the...
And then
another thing a wash does is it helps blend a little bit,
right.
You know. But so yeah, if that's the effect you want, it's also different washes. You get a feel for all your washes. They kind of like react differently, and you'll know just by instinct a little bit over time.
And if that was me, I would do on both ends. So I would do a little bit before, because washes can also get unwieldy. Of like, oh, I do a little bit before, then I wash, and it's like, well, shit, I just lost everything. So like, I'll do more of it again after the fact, because I wish I could say that my process for Star Wars stuff and droids and pretty much everything I build, I wish it was straightforward of like, I don't repeat myself. I do this, and then I'm done. It's like, no, it's usually step 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, I'll just keep like layering it until I get to the point that I want. So like, specifically like for like a TIE fighter, like I would do the base coats. I would do the layer of like the black in the panels. And then I would probably dry brush it to add a little bit of texture to the black. and then I would seal the whole thing because I'm like, all right, I'm kind of happy with this, and I want that gloss to kind of help things flow better for the effects. Then I would do a wash over the top of it, mostly erasing most of the visible dry brushing I did, but there's still a little bit of something there. There's still a little bit of something that the light catches, so it's not just that black, that black with more black or other dirty crap on top of it. And then I would dry brush again.
Sorry, when you do a wash, what kind of paints are you using? Speed paints?
I do not own any speed paints.
Or you're making your own wash, so you're just like.
So I
use Citadel washes.
So I will sometimes do my own washes, but I also have a lot of like, my favorite thing to do is the weathering. So like all 90% of my products are either basic paints or weathering washes and stuff that I paid too much money for very specific use cases. Like, so like most of mine are like, oh, it's a panel line wash for, it's a blue black color to go on top of dark colors, or here's my dark streaking grime that I put on there. Then I can wick it down to make it look like things are running, and or grease or starship streaking. There are a lot of enamels, a lot of weird products that behave in weird ways, which is also why I seal before doing it. But
so I use washes kind of like differently. There are multiple uses. You can do the typical, just coat the whole thing, and then it gathers in the crevices. So I've also taken my smallest brush, my like highlighting brush, and I've specifically put wash in certain spots, like edge of panels, in cracks, where I don't want wash where I've already worked.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it popped out the way I had it. Also, multiple coats of a wash can create an effect that you want, like a darker or more of that color. Because like one coat might only just get the crevices, whereas if you do multiple coats, it kind of starts working like a contrast paint, where you start seeing some of that color on the raised surfaces.
Sweet.
So something else. So this isn't directly what you asked, but I think something that you might find interesting, especially for the droids. So something that I did with this ridiculously huge TIE bomber, and I also did with my A10 back there, is a technique called, have you ever heard of mottling, like MOTT?
Yeah.
And so that's something, instead of dry brushing for this, that I did. And I'm sure you could kind of see it in like in the light when this hits it. So for this, I did it black. The whole TIE bomber was in black, because I can't take this apart. It's all one unified piece. And so then after that, I did very light modeling in white. So just kind of adds variation. It just takes forever. You're just like very lightly with white, just doing squiggles all over the entire thing. And then doing your base colors on top. So that way I don't need to do any dry brushing, because it's already got like that weird variation in the light, just in the blues all throughout. I can hold it up closer. So it's very subtle. I mean, you kind of see it there. And so then that kind of creates that airframe sitting out in the sun, UV damage, where like paint and pigment don't decay at the same rate. So you kind of get that warbled look. And so it's kind of underneath the base color, instead of trying to put shit on top of the base color to make it look dirty. It's kind of like a UV damage look that I've really picked up on. I started it with the A10 behind me, and I think I actually have a picture. I could send you a picture of what it took freaking forever, but I'm a big fan of that. It's kind of like taking that zenithal to the next step, because you're just doing it like with the airbrush like crazy. But.
So I do a zenithal highlight, and then I put my base color on, and that just fucking sometimes like what was the point in that zenithal highlight? I might as well just.
I think it's additive minutely, but it's generally for like you seeing where shading would be for the future.
Well, and also it depends on how thick you put it on. Like sometimes if you put a thick layer base on, it's like, well, I just covered everything up. Whoops.
Yeah. So
like,
I'm not watering my paints down there. My brush goes, if it's a Citadel paint, it goes fucking in that pot, or I'm squirting it in, and I'll just go straight in, bang, paint. So obviously I've learned that I need to start thinning my paints down. And
Well, if you have an airbrush, you can zenithal with base colors too. So like I did with the Magnus, where I did the shadow, the bluish black from below, then I did the magenta from above, with more of a lower degree. So more
so
of it around.
that's a fantastic segue there, Edward. It's almost like you knew what I wanted to talk about next. So I've been kindly gifted an airbrush.
whoop, whoop, join the club.
So I can take my painting to the next level. Boys, I ain't got a fucking clue where to start or what to do or anything. But
Neither do we. That's the thing. Neither do we. It's just kind of make it up. You figure it out as you go, mostly. But
obviously, I've chatted to you guys about it and about basic setup and things, and I've learned that I need to completely and utterly move my office and change everything around because I've got no access to the window currently. So I need to change my my whole office around before I can start using it because I need access to the window. But other than that, I don't know where to start, what paints to buy, what I would use the airbrush for.
I think there's some good YouTube videos. Ninjon has a really good one. Ninjon. I like his stuff.
Ninjon.
He's on YouTube.
and I think
He has a good like starter paint airbrush video. Like, this is what you need and this is what you should have. And
I mean, there's definitely like ways to step into it. I think if you already have an airbrush and you already have a compressor, like that gets you over like the biggest hurdle, which I think is like the analysis paralysis of like, which one do I get? Which one do I need? And it's like this whole, like, they're impossible to tell apart and some are better than others, but like you've already got one. So it's like, all right, I have this. Step one from what I've learned over time is like, I would just take the thing apart, at least like get the needle out, figure out what the pieces are, because that's the part that's the suckiest is once you've done and it's covered in paint, because cleaning it is like the most like most critical piece. It's the part that sucks the most. Like, in my opinion, I hate cleaning it. So I'm not going to like sit there and just like spray one thing and then walk away and be like, well, I'm done now. I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to do a bunch at one time. And I think outside of that, the paints and stuff, I think you're fine as long as you water, like as long as you're comfortable watering it down. Like, thinner is better. And then just practicing with like a certain type of like pick a paint that you have a bunch of, thin it down to like skim milk or whatever.
milk consistency.
It's like I always went with like this like skim specifically, so it's a little bit watery, but it's kind of got some viscosity to it. Then just practice with certain to me the airbrush matters, but it's more about like the paint. You can spray any kind of paint, and it's not about dialing in things exactly of like, oh, I spray at 20 psi. It's like, because it's always going to change depending, like, because you're never going to mix the paint the same way, and it's going to be the same thinness, and paints are all different. So it's just kind of getting used to.
Like, even all this, just I find really daunting.
Well, okay, let me simplify it. There's no like, it's not like it's more of an art than a science.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of places online that'll say like, oh, you should shoot at 20 psi for this thing. It's like, but it's just kind of getting used to like spraying it, and you're like, okay, I'm getting like big splatters. It's like, okay, what does that mean? Or like knowing what resource to go to for that. It's like, oh, my PSI is too high, or it's drying on the needle, so whatever. Like, and it's really kind of simple once you start doing it, because you'll see things like, okay, I'm spraying too hard. Like, it's drying before it hits.
Well, I'm good at that, mate. I'm good at spraying too hard.
Yeah, and so it's like, and then just it's. But the thing that I've always learned is like, it's just, you want it thinner than you think. like, oh, this paint's pretty thin, and then you spray it, it's like, nope, that I really should have thinned that down like 50%, like 1-to-1 with like
Yeah, you'll need a
a
bottle of thinner, right?
Yeah.
That cleaner, you'll go through a lot of cleaner if you're changing colors a lot.
And like if you're just using like acrylic paints, then just like isopropyl alcohol or like Windex or whatever. Like it's not like you paid $1 billion for this airbrush, so it's not like, oh, Windex will eat away the metal after 30 years of using it. It's like, I think you'll be okay. Like you don't need to go out and buy.
My cleaner smells like Windex. I'm like, is this just Windex?
Usually it is. Yeah.
I use Vallejo cleaner, but yeah, I a lot of my airbrush stuff is Vallejo, so it's cleaner, thinner. I still am not sure what air flow stuff would
Flow
be used
improver.
for. Yeah, flow improver.
It's a retarder, so it makes it not dry as quickly. Like if you're spraying at high tip, this is shit you don't need to worry about. Like this is all shit. This is all just products you buy later on. And it's like, oh, I could use that, but really,
You don't really. Yeah.
you just need paint, acrylic paint, water, or some other like thinner.
Water.
Water.
I told you about. He'll tell you like some of the accessory, like the squeeze bottle water thing with the like the nozzle that comes out. Like like the dentist has it. Dentist
Yeah.
again. Or whatever.
I don't have any of that shit. Yeah.
You just square it in. And you pour it, like I have like a little jar that I could just like dump stuff in. But then you can get the. I got the. What. You have it right there, I think, Shawn.
What?
But the thing you can just rest your airbrush on.
Oh, it's in the other room. Yeah.
It's like a little jar thing that has a filter on top.
It's all shit to waste your money on. It's like, it's something that you just set your airbrush in, it's a hole, and it's got a filter in a jar. So you could spray into it. It's like, oh, this is convenient. Or you can use like a paper towel and a cup.
So you run cleaner through it, but you just do it into that jar kind of thing.
My most recommended things are these. Get like 1 billion of these little plastic cups off the internet. You can mix it in it and then just pour it in your
that's
cup.
a good idea.
I have literally 1 billion of them in here, and then these.
Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah,
Like
I've got loads of them.
yeah, just fucking. Yeah.
I think the cup's better.
Well, but I think they have different purposes. So sometimes I'll take this and I'll put it in the cup if I'm done spraying a color, and I'll use it to suck it back out, and I'll put it back in somewhere else. Like, 'cause these are good for putting things in and out of both places. This is really just good for like mixing and dumping, and like if you mix a bunch and you can pour a little bit in and spray and see if it's all right, instead of dumping it all in and then it's like, shit, it's not thin enough, I'll dump it all back out again. Like you can just do like a little bit at a time. So I love these things.
I've had a couple instances where I spilled like half a pot of contrast paint all over the table.
Yeah.
And I just use a pipette and suck it all back up, put it back in the pot. So if that ever happens, keep those pipettes handy.
Yeah, because I know Ed and I have different approaches towards our airbrushing and like what we use it for. Like I'm very much a lacquer, enamel, Tamiya, like stuff like that. I know Ed's very much a wargaming acrylic, but at the end of the day, it all boils down to the same stuff of like, get some paint, thin the shit out of it, hook it up to your compressor. Because that's the most finicky part is the stupid compressor. It's like, oh, do you have a compressor that's got an extra tank and it can be consistent? Or do you have like one that I saw that you have that we've all started with where it'll start strong and then it has like a cliff. It'll like, bang, as it tries to keep up with your spraying. So it's like getting you like spray and then now go on and like as it kind of goes back down. Yeah. It's like it's little stuff like that.
That's right. I ended up getting the 2-tank one. I just realized, I forgot about that.
I have the 2-tank one as well. It's like, okay. And because I don't like it going blah, 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 like all the time because it's like it'll vary the pressure, but that's stuff you've learned and figure out. Like there's stuff that I've picked up that annoys me about my airbrush that I've adapted for. And there's stuff like, I think it sounds like Ed is somebody who will put paint in and then just like wash it, spray it, put another paint in, where I'm more planning and meticulous where I'm like, all right, I'm going to spray this color and then I'm going to like clean the airbrush and maybe use a different airbrush. Like if I'm trying to do like a bunch of stuff at once, I'll just use different airbrushes because I don't want to, my paints are maybe a little bit harder to clean out so as quickly. but I like the way mine spray better. So it's just little finicky things that you pick up over time.
I would say doing the Primark Magnus, I could feel it. I was getting more comfortable cleaning, switching colors well enough where it wasn't, you're not seeing the previous color in a spray. So it's like, and it didn't feel like tedious towards the end of it. I was like, ooh, maybe I can I won't feel like, I'll feel more motivated to get this thing out and spray more. It's just got to use it over and over and over, and then
once,
get used to it.
And even if you just use it for little stuff, I don't use it for everything. I only use it for priming, base layering, and some basic weathering. Usually, on that Tie Bomber, I went around the edges with a light, a very, very thin down black, to just go around the edges just to give it shadows around some of the panels. That's it. And then rest of it I did all with brushes, or seal, and I'll seal it with them too. It's just try to start little, see if you like it. I hated it the first couple times I did it. I'm like, this is stupid. It's a lot of work. But then once I figured out what I was good at with it, I love it now. And it's I need more airbrushes. I need to get
I bought some neon paints that I want to run through it. I'm excited for that. Obviously going to go on the Mutalith Vortex Beast. So we'll see how that goes.
Fucking love it, Ed. I love it. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a ways away because obviously I've got to sort out my workshop first, get things in order.
I mean, wait till the summer or something, or when it's warmer out.
It'll be on the next batch of robots, I imagine, not this batch.
So it's interesting you said you want to rework your office. As somebody who's done this multiple times,
yes.
I've given up on trying to have it be a permanent spot in my room, just because it is so all right, I got to run this out the window and I don't want to just sit in here all the time. So I've kind of leaned the other way of I'm just going to go I'm going to set it up when I need it and just batch them all out, just because it is so, I think it's made me better personally for my own experience of planning out of all right, today is going to be airbrushing day for these things, and I come up with a better plan so I could just go do it and then put it up and be I don't need this being shitting up my area anymore, because it does. Even if you have a ventilation, if you have a mask and stuff that smell still lingers and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't keep mine dedicatedly set up. But
if I have an excuse though to move my office around, I'm going.
That's true. That's good.
I'm using this as an excuse because we built this was the old garage, garage as it's properly said. We converted it during COVID, so what's that, coming up on 6 years ago. I bet I've had it 4 or 5 different configurations of where everything is in here. You know what I mean? You just gotta, the more toys you buy, the more room I have to, more shelf space I have to find.
You just need to make more shelves. That's the key.
That's it.
I'm not buying Legos. I'm I'd rather have miniatures, even though I do love Legos, but it's just where do you put them?
Dude, honestly, that's been the biggest shift in my collecting. I'll be honest, modeling has slowed me down because I'm oh, I don't get the same satisfaction. I still love toys. I clearly have a shit ton of them. I don't enjoy the Action Fleet Galoob or Micro Galaxy Squadron stuff as much because it doesn't have the detail. You know, it does Bandai, but I have to build it. Yeah. So I can get it and stack them up and be well, if I want it, I got to build it. So it's slowing me down. And they're cheap. It's stupid how cheap they are sometimes. It's I can buy a model kit that entertains me for 2.5 years. Or I can, for the same price as a Micro Galaxy Squadron thing. So, I don't know.
Sweet.
Yep. I'm excited for you, Chris.
I'm excited, but I'm also daunted.
Which is normal. That's normal.
Yeah. But I got to, like everything, the first time I built a trash bot, or whatever you want to call them, and started painting it, you got to trust the process. just dive in and go for it.
I'm going to call
And
them.
you learn from it if it's a mistake. So, yeah.
I'm going to call them jonk droids.
Junk.
It's like junk, gonk, and junk, like a junk
Nice.
droid.
Junk droids. Because I've got to brand it, mate. So I need a name, innit? Junk
That's good.
droids. Yeah. Cool. So that's another brilliant segue. Do you want to play a little game with me?
Let's do it.
Right. So the reason I got into building these droids in the first place is I started watching a guy on YouTube called Bill Making Stuff. And he's a trash builder, crafter, builds all sorts of stuff. Started out just building droids and things like that. But he's made his own like universe where everything lives. So everything he builds now is for that universe. But every year he does something called the Big Bot Bash. And
Ooh.
he invites all his YouTube friends to the Big Bot Bash, and there's rules to it, which I'll get to in a minute. And everyone that's invited makes a video, and at the end of the month in March every year, there's like 20 odd videos to watch on a big playlist of all different YouTube creators building these droids. But this year he's opened it up to everyone, and he's put out the prompt list, which I'm about to send you guys.
All right.
Very cool.
I just thought it'd be a little fun little thing, even if you don't want to participate. Basically,
oh my god. Okay, I can read it now.
You need a D20, which I've got right here, and you roll for every segment. So you roll for head, and then you roll for arms, you roll for body, you roll for legs, and then you roll for flavor, which is kind of like
that's so cool.
The vibe of it. So I just thought it'd be funny if we all rolled and then wrote down the attributes that we've got. And
all right, so what is it? So what we got head, arms, body, legs, and
flavor. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna like build one.
Yep.
Next month. But I just thought it'd be fun if you guys rolled and see what kind of.
I need that. I need that accountability. Hell, I'm doing it now too. I'm committing.
Oh, sweet.
Let's do it.
So for each of those attributes, there's 20 things like listed out. So I'll roll first for head, and that is a 9. So head is hot head. Right. Who's going to roll next for head?
I can.
Yeah.
I got a 19, which is punchy.
Pointy.
Pointy.
Oh, pointy. Oh. Sorry, I followed the arrow. My bad.
I want to swap.
Pointy.
All right. I am rolling for head. Let me roll. I have a 6. So I have Cyclops.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Well, I was going to write down your guys' too. So, you got Ed got pointy.
I got hot.
Like, is that like attractive or like on fire? Or is it up to whatever you want?
Well,
I pictured fire, but.
It says now interpret. When you get to the end, now interpret these attributes however you like.
Got it. Cool.
So whatever it means to you. So
right.
I'm rolling for arms. 18. Piston.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That. Yeah.
All right, what do I got? 11. Short.
Okay. I have a 16. Club.
Nice.
I'll roll for body. 2. Worm.
Oh, worm body. That'll be interesting.
Hot piston worm. Right. Okay. This is going to be an interesting droid.
13. Holy.
Holy.
Holy, and yours was worm. I keep forgetting to write them down. I'm just watching the. There you go. Roll. And a 9. Camouflaged.
Ooh, that's good. I like doing that. That's what another thing washes are good for, like doing the spots of a camo,
Yeah.
because you can still get what's underneath. Anyway,
You know what else is really good for that? Any kind of like a sticky tack, like a silly putty, like the gooey, like a kneaded eraser.
Yeah.
You can like use that, make a worm out of that, spray around it. It can make your lines not super crisp, but it gives you like it's like better than tape. But anyways, go ahead.
oh, is it me? No,
No, it's Chris.
On a roll for legs.
legs. That's right.
12. Stumps. This is going to be weird. Weird looking droid.
A stumps with wormy body. That could look.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking of that worm in Solo. But anyway, what's her name?
Madam Proxima.
Proxima. Yeah.
I was thinking Earthworm Jim, but
Yeah.
I got a 19 rocket.
Rocket legs. Fucking
Interesting.
Attack of the
they fly now.
They fly now.
I got a 6, so I have triple jointed. Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Right, and I will roll for flavor. So the flavor of the droid, so the vibe is 2. Minor. Okay.
With an E, not an O.
Hot-headed miner.
Hot-headed, piston-armed, worm-body, stumpy-legged miner.
Dude, that could be sick. I'm very jealous of yours. I have immediate ideas for yours. That sounds awesome.
Okay.
18. A killer.
Oh!
Dude.
All right. Mine
Got some blood.
is I have a 3. So I have a thief.
Thief.
I don't really take Cyclops as thieves, but you know, we can
Sneak.
we can work with that. We can work with that.
Oh, yeah. So
Put a cloak on him.
interpret these attributes however you like. And it's a trash building, scratch building, kit bashing, sculpting, illustration challenge, no 3D prints.
Oh,
Yeah.
no 3D.
So when's our end date? When does it need to be done?
I think it's the end around the last week of March. So
End of March.
about a month's time.
Okay. Okay. And it's droids. Big bias bot. Yeah.
Big bot.
Pointy-headed, short arms, holy body. I like everything except the holy. It's throwing me off.
Yeah, but it could be like holy as in religious. So you could be wearing like some kind of like. You know
Could
what I mean?
be. Except there's an E, holy. But yeah,
Interpret it how you like.
true.
It could be the alternative spelling.
I mean, you could build whatever body you wanted, but he's got bullet holes in him head.
Bullet holes. That's holy. Yeah.
Oh, and it could be like you could interpret it as like the legs, like if they're mechanical, there could be gaps like in gears and like do you like metal legs, but like you have
gaps,
like femur and tibia, like there's like gaps in between them, like there's no flesh.
Like it's not weird, random Swiss cheese. Just like it's actually, he doesn't need anything there.
He has his gaps between the moving parts, like the panels are removed. That would be sick.
Nice. So yeah, join in if you want. Have fun. But yeah, it's gonna be rad.
All right, all of my other projects are pushed to the side, and now I'm working on this.
This happens every time.
Sorry, guys.
No, I like this. This is cool.
Until next week when another project comes up. Everything's pushed to the side.
So
well, see, but now there's accountability now, so I have to do it.
Jackson saw that I'd got some D20s, and he was like, "Oh, what have you got these for?" Because he's watched the previous year's like Big Bot Bash videos. It's really cool, actually, how different YouTubers with the different styles, like interpret the different droids that they build. But anyway, he got really excited and he was like, "Oh!" I told him what it was for, and he rolled a couple. So I did a few with Jackson, and then he drew his, and he's drawn like little bots that match.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Match his attributes. I was like, "You got to do 2, mate, and then they can have a fight and battle." He was well into it, so it's good.
Yeah, roll the dice for whether you win or not, or if you hit, do damage.
And then he saw when I saw her got these D20s. He's like, the first thing he said was like, "Dad, you're not going to start playing Dungeons and Dragons, are you?" I was like, "What if I did?" He was like, "You've already got enough hobbies."
You're grounded. You're grounded.
Is he interested in it at all?
In
Probably not. Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
He's probably just thinking, "Dad, you got to get over Stranger Things, mate. It's finished. It's over. It's done." But, yeah, cool. Has anyone got anything else they want to?
We can talk about gemming next time because we're running low on time. For me, anyway.
Yeah, cool.
I'm over here sketching my droid, my bot idea.
I love it. I love how into you got into that shit. Wicked.
Damn, I wish I didn't have a camo body. That's the only thing that's messing with me. But I guess this will be good. I'm digging it.
At least it's not a worm body.
Yeah. What if it's multiple worms? Okay.
Hot head. How am I gonna interpret that? A hot head.
Give him a chiseled jawline, just like a worm, but he's got like a jaw, like a sculpted jaw.
It's really, really hot. Yeah.
I would just do a giant flame around his head.
Piston arms. That's gonna be hard. Ugh. Why did I do this? Anyway, it's done.
It's done.
Sweet.
I'm a fan. I'm digging it. I'm working on that.
All right.
Well, it's nice to catch up after a year off. a year and some change. Let's not leave it as long.
I look forward to sharing my bot design in March of 2027. Yep. And, we'll just bring in the celebration with us. How about that?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, that was a good one. I don't know how to outro this. Thank you for listening.
If you have stuff that you're working on or that you've completed or that you're doing, or if you have questions or comments, feel free to reach out to either one of our 2 podcasts and we can route it, because we still haven't kind of kicked this thing up into its own individual podcast. So just send them to either one and we know how to get it.
Should we start an Instagram for this just to like post what we're talking about? This like actually I think warrants it versus like Scruffies and
it's like we have one about it, but we just don't post anything. It's like, God, I've done so well at kicking Instagram. It's like, oh man, but we'll figure something out.
We'll draw you back in, Shawn. We'll draw you back.
Oh my God, life is so good without it right now, but we'll figure it out. We'll get something. Cool. We'll make Ed manage it.
Sure.
Because I gotta practice my gemming, my glazing.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, it's so impressive looking.
I've got to learn how to airbrush. So.
Yep.
And I've got 10 droids to finish and another one to build now. So
airbrush will speed things up once you get a hang of it. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Catch you in another year when we come back for another episode. Just kidding. It's going to be a lot sooner than that, hopefully. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Awesome.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
See ya.
Cheers.
Later.